On the guest list, M. Night Shyamalan in the cast of Servant.
Such an honor to talk to you as the final season of Servant is about to debut. What do you want the legacy of this show to be as people continue to discover it and watch it from start to finish?
I think the negative of this format is that it could be a transactional enterprise, that it could be disposable, that it's meant to distract you and never to be returned to again in terms of its consumption. It was meant you have your taco and your computer's open, your dog's over there licking this, and you're just, okay, whatever you catch. And wow, I got to be distracted from my anxieties for a little bit. My hope is that by putting in all the effort and saying, I put in every footstep that's in there, every note, every single frame was cut. I put that time in, that resonance will cause you to remember it and watch it again in the future and recommend it. And, like so many beautiful shows that have kind of bloomed later as well in life and kept on growing, and its impact kept growing. I'm hoping that happens for Servant and these 40 episodes.
I think it definitely will. It's a terrific show. As a parent, one of the creepiest things, one of the things I love the most is the baby and the nanny and all of that kind of stuff. What do you think it is about babies and young kids that resonates so well and just creeps people out?
Well, first of all, on the nanny front, I personally, having experienced it in our household, it's such an intimate. I didn't have a psychopathic nanny. First of all, let me just start there. But it was, the idea of bringing someone into your house in this intimate way at the most intimate time to give them responsibility of the only thing that matters to you in your life, it is fraught, that relationship. And if that person was, not stable, whoa, that's like a nightmare situation. And so tapping into that is kind of at the basis of all of this. And, all of this is storytelling, I think, is working through fears and working in this genre is you working through your own fears a bit. And obviously my family is the most important thing, and, fears of them as children and as kids, and, can you protect them? Can you protect them? And really the answer is only partially, can you protect them?
Totally true. Now, you are known for incredibly good, incredibly suspenseful endings. So without spoiling anything, what can you tell us about the ending of Servant?
Well, I'll tell you, I'll text it to you, and then no, I'm not going to text it to you. I could say, one of the great opportunities that we had was to say years ago, this is where we want to go. This is where the story is going to end for these characters, and they're different places. And we're going to get there. Hopefully we'll have the opportunity to get there. And when season 3 was so successful, off of season 2, I knew we were going to get there. I knew we were going to have the opportunity. And so I was like, we're going to get to finish this story. And hopefully, as you watch these last episodes and you're seeing the seasons and you look back on it, you go, wow, this was inevitable. That those last moments. I was watching it last night as we were putting in the music in this giant last scene, and I was going, wow, this has been, you spent 4 years, and you could almost tell that from the first frames, this is the scene that we were going to get to.
That's very cool. Well, I appreciate your time. Congrats on a fantastic series and an incredible career. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
Lauren, I want to start with you as the final season of Servant is about to debut. What do you want the legacy of this show to be as people start to watch it from start to finish, or fans have already seen 3 seasons already?
Well, this genre, I've learned, this horror genre lets you explore big human experiences in a drama. Some of the stuff we're doing would definitely be melodrama. In this, we get to kind of go for it. And there's moments of exploring really dark subjects, grief, marriage, motherhood, working motherhood, a woman who's so, feels so responsible for this tragedy in her family that she can't even look at what happened. Is in absolute catatonic denial. And then we have moments of incredible comedy and really funny moments. I don't know. I hope the legacy, honestly, is just that you see all of the artistry of all these beautiful artists coming together and collaborating on something that's all of those things.
I love that. And Toby, talk about that comedy that Lauren just mentioned, because from the trailers, you would not predict that there's a little bit of dark comedy, black humor, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that was one of the most fun things to do, was to find the comic timing in some of those darker scenes. I mean, it started out in season 1. We found it. We were all very lucky to find it. I think it was a big relief, a good respite from the subject matter, because pretty much all the time, our leader Knight on this show was constantly saying, so just remember that, the baby died, and you're like, okay, yeah. I'm chopping these onions with the thought of my dead child. So, it was good to have it.
That's great. Nell, M. Night Shyamalan is known for incredibly surprising, crazy endings. So without spoiling anything, obviously, what can you tell us about what people can look forward to the end of Servant?
Oh my God, you've actually picked the worst person to ask this question to. I'm sweating. Honestly, I spoil everything. What can you expect? It's going to be having a breakdown. It's going to be hopefully a satisfactory ending. Hopefully people will walk away feeling like they are full to the brim with answers, and hopefully people will weep, and they will be it's so devastated that the show is over that they're going to be so upset, and everyone will love us forever until we die.
That was perfect. That was such a good answer, Nell.
By the way, ditto. I feel the same.
That's a great response. Now, Lauren, you have kids. I have kids. Toby, I think you have a child as well. I feel like this show creeps parents out more than the average person. What is it about nannies and about babies, young children, that really just makes your hair stand on edge?
I don't know, but I kept reading all these awful, terrible things that have happened, like this nanny, and they came home and she had drowned the children. I was like, why? Why is this a thing? Come on. So, yeah, it's you letting a stranger in your house, into your house, and they use your knives. And, it's a nightmare. It's the worst thing in the world. To be a working parent is hard enough already. Yeah, it's terrifying. Yes. That's why it's hard. I mean, finding someone you want to spend time with and then having a child with them, and then they hate you for making them pregnant. They hate you for doing that to them. And then they love the child and they forget about it. And it's a great system. I love it.
It's a very vulnerable thing to have a kid, and it's like incredibly. I feel like this show touches on all of the vulnerabilities of our human experience.
1,000%. You guys are a ton of fun. I wish I could stay here 20 minutes more, but I can't. Thank you guys for your time. Congrats on an awesome show. Take care.
Take care. Thank you.